Afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our Ready, Set, Go. This month, SBA Share Your Dreams in honor of Martin Luther King. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Aileen Fernandez. I'm with the South Florida District Office. This is a webinar that is brought to you both by South and North District offices. We have a couple of our colleagues that are on with us today, and I'm just going to go ahead and call you guys out in order so you guys can quickly introduce yourselves so that they know who is talking to us. So I mentioned I was from South Florida District Office, been with the SBA for a little bit over 4 years, worn a lot of different hats at the SBA in the small amount of time that I've been here. Also worked for a United States Senator for some time. And so just grateful to be here with you all, small businesses, and really to bring this information forward. I will turn it over to Roslyn, which will introduce herself. Then we'll then turn it over to Carmen. If Tina wants to say a couple words, and Dulani, and then we'll go ahead and kick it off. Go ahead, ladies. Oh, I'm so sorry. I did want to mention a couple things. I completely forgot. Most of you do not have video camera. We will be turning off our video cameras once we introduce ourselves in order to not have any lag or bandwidth, so you can get all the information. And this is being recorded. So we will be uploading this to YouTube, and we'll be sharing the slides as well as a recording at a later date post this webinar. So go ahead, Rosalind, and give it to you.
Thank you. My name is Rosalind Bryant. I'm the Lender Relations Specialist with the North Florida District Office. I've been with the agency for a little over 35 years. And we're here to provide some information, great information today, and we thank you for joining us. Tina?
Good afternoon. My name is Tina Davis, and I'm the Outreach and Marketing Specialist for the North Florida District Office. I just came on board this past week, but I'm going to jump in and start working with my colleagues and start assisting with the resources and SBA program and resources. So if you have any questions, please reach out. Thank you.
Thank you, Tina. And the reason why Tina is not on camera right now, she does not have that ability to be on camera, but hopefully the next time we'll see her pretty face. Carmen?
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Carmen Gonzalez. I'm with SBA at the North Florida District Office. I'm a business opportunity specialist. So we work with government contracting, the 8A program. We're going to be talking about that a little bit today. So I'm looking forward to explain a little bit what is it that we do in this area.
Thank you. Ms. Clark?
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Jolani Claude. I am an outreach and marketing specialist with the South Florida District Office. I actually started in the position a little over 2 months ago. So I'm very excited to work alongside a great team and also looking forward to serving all of you business owners in the South Florida District and working alongside North Florida as well.
Thank you. Okay, Aileen, it's on you.
Okay, awesome. Next slide. So really this the webinar that we're hosting today you can get to know a little bit about the SBA. The SBA is their motto, and the theme is really to start, grow, expand, and recover. That is what our 4 pillars start. That's what our 4 pillars, I'm sorry, of SBA are. It's to ignite change and spark action so small communities can confidently, really grow and to get to that next level. Next slide. So going to talk to you one of our main pillars, which is how small businesses help increase your confidence and business smarts. Next slide. We're going to be talking about our resource partners. And so very much so, the extension of SBA are some of our resource partners. They are approved and funded by the SBA. Actually, your taxpayer dollars cover these resource partners. We have over 1,400 partners nationwide. We have local offices across all of Florida, as well as all of our states. There is a web link that I'm going to put actually where you can find your local resource partner, and I'll go ahead and add it on a chat in just a couple minutes. SBA.gov/local assistance. And there you can find your closest resource partner. Again, these are services that are at no cost to the business owner. And really they're there to, really support you and guide you and take you to that next level. And you can access them at any time. Next slide. So the four resource partners that we have here at the SBA is our women business centers. It's focused mainly on women, but it's not that we do not discriminate. It's not to say that if you're a man, you could not access and get services from our women business centers. Our other one that we have that's a little bit more specific is our VBOC. That's geared more towards veterans as well. And I mentioned that we were going to be sharing these slides as well as a recording, and I'll go ahead and add these also links in the chat as soon as I'm done here, so that you guys can have it and you can access it directly, so you can learn a little bit more about each one of these. Our other two resource partners, so I told you the Women Business Centers mainly focuses on women. They have different hurdles that they kind of have to overcome. Veterans, obviously, reintegrating in different hurdles that they kind of have to overcome. And then we have our other two, which are our SCORE and our SBDCs. Our SCORE is a group of mentors, and they really help you, it's a lot of times it's industry specific. Well, they will pair you up. And they'll give you a lot of guidance and mentoring. Our SBDCs are connected to a lot of our universities. And so a lot of our state universities, you will see some of our SBDCs. Here, they can help you with anything that you can think of that a small business will need as well. You can reach out to any of our four resources, whether it's a WBC, the Women Business Centers, a VBOC, the Veterans Business Outreach Centers, our SCORE, or our SBDCs. Next slide. So why would you reach out? And I had mentioned anything, right? So just to give you a little bit more of an idea, some of our resource partners are here to help guide you, to really get you bankable and to get you ready. We saw that a lot of the time we don't like to talk about it, but during COVID, that a lot of our small businesses were not able to get resources and weren't able to take advantage of some of the program, and that some of them was grants, monies that you didn't have to pay back because they were not ready. And so our resource partners are there. They can help you put together a new business plan or better the business plan that you have. There's a lot of financial literacy, working on financial statements, kind of like where you want to take your business, expense sheets and financial projects. Like if you also want to go, Rosalind, I think you're not muted. Okay, sorry about that. They also, really anything that being financially ready is super important. It's been a theme for us here at SBA, at least here in South Florida, for a little bit now, and it's something that we want to continue to advocate to our small businesses. And so it's important that you reach out to our resource partners. Like I mentioned, it's at no cost to you, and they will assign you to somebody so that you can really grow and take your business to that next level. Next slide. So actually now here, I wanted to see if we had, since our theme for Ready, Set, Go this month is sharing the dream. We did have a testimonial from Marvin Heerman. I don't know if he's on the line, if you wanted to start, if you wanted to patch him in, Rosalind.
Okay, Mr. Marvin, are you ready?
Yes.
Can you hear him, Aileen?
Yes, I can. Thank you. Yes.
Okay, Mr. Marvin, please share your dream. Thank you.
How you doing? My name is Marvin Yearman. I've been in business for about 12 years, and I run a restaurant, food trucks, and one of the biggest things is with the SBA, they helped me out a lot. I was just getting everything going, but I was already rolling, but they helped me out more. Still rolling. I enjoy what I do. It's a job. This business period is managing people, just the whole 9 yards. It's a whole job, but it's been very helpful. just helping me get over a hump, getting over the humps or whatever. But we in business. So we here and we cook lunch, breakfast, dinner. So it's a task, you know, you gotta be ready for it. I ain't gonna say it's easy, but it's new task every day with it. So
Mr.
that's
Mr.
yes,
Herman, so
yes, yes.
can you tell us like your locations? Do you have more than one location? Are you planning to expand in the next year or so?
Okay, yes, ma'am. So with that, with the help of that, I was able to expand. Well, get everything started, and then I just was able to I plan on expanding the next year. So getting a bigger location. Just doing more. You know, bigger kitchen. I need bigger kitchen. I need more staff. I need the whole 9 yards. So um, that's what I look forward to doing.
Okay. And before we let you go, because we know that we're interrupting your lunch time rush, but is there anything that you can tell upcoming business owners, whether they're existing or just want to start, as far as the experience and something they should know to take along with them?
Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of work, long hours, no sleep, away from your family, kids, you know. So it's a task, you know. So I would say, just be ready. You know, if you're looking at if you're looking at going business with any kind of business, whatever it may be, you know, just make sure you're ready because it's a whole task. It's a whole, it's a whole job that it's going to require, you know, time, effort, the whole 9 yards, you know. So I just say get ready. Hard work. Um, so get rid of the basic life. You know, if you think you just gonna open up a business and everything just you know fall in place. Nah, you gotta sometimes I gotta move around. You know, I want to be in one spot, but I have to work. I might have to work at nighttime. You know, I might have to work at daytime. You know, I might have to work with people that I normally wouldn't. You know, just have to do what you gotta do when it comes to business. You know, but, you know, the economy, like it's a tough task. You know, so I would say, come up with a plan, execute it, stay focused, do what you gotta do, and everything should work out. Everything should work out.
But thank you, Mr. Marvin. I spoke with Mr. Marvin earlier, and he spoke about how because I know he had will have several food trucks as well as a brick and mortar. And I asked him, I say, are you in the same location every day? And he said, oh no, ma'am, you have to adjust. I have to move around to make sure that he move forth and be able to do things. Now he do or will have a brick and mortar probably upcoming. He's in the process of doing that right now, but he has food trucks on different sides of town here in Jacksonville, Florida. And just from the I guess the feedback that I have received and I have eaten there before, it is delicious. It's more so. Can you kind of go into what type of food that you have to kind of make their mouth water?
People, can y'all hear that?
Yes, we can.
Okay, let me stop. Yes, so I sell fresh seafood. We cook breakfast, we cook lunch, we cook dinner. You know, everything local caught. We have to clean the fish, we have to clean the shrimp, change the grease. It's a whole task, you know. So it's we do pretty good. Like we do very very good. Not pretty good. We do very very good. You know, you do have to come up with a product, and stick with that part too. You know, you got to come up with a product and execute it. It's all about execution. You know what I'm saying? So um, we got a nice little following, but it took a lot. It took a lot of hard work. I can't sit right here, and that's the very thing I tell people before they even start with the restaurant or any kind of business. If you're not serious with it, don't even get yourself involved with it because it's gonna crash. Like you know what I'm saying? Like so serious. It's a whole. It's a job. Like you know, just anything from cooking So it can be anything. I don't care what it is. You're not serious with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell people all the time, but they feel like I just know everything when it comes to business, but I have to tell them that I struggle too. You know, the only thing different is like, I don't have no backup plan, so I gotta do what I gotta do. You know, so I don't have a person who I can fall back on to the crowd. If I call somebody and tell them something, we gonna say, get off my phone and go do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have that part, but you know, you get ready. Trying to go on business, you know, is very helpful. You know what I'm saying on their end. It's very helpful. You know, but I just say just get ready for get ready for the long hours, the no sleep, you know, and there ain't no such thing as a perfect business because if you don't plan, you know, just being honest, it's gonna come back and it'll come back and bite you every single time.
Well, we do thank you for taking time out your busy schedule, Mr. Marvin, and coming on here and kind of give some of the folks the feedback and some of that passion that you have for your business. So
and you gotta love what you do. You gotta love what you do. You gotta love what you do. I got into this new restaurant thing, working on shifts, and I come to this, you know, but I had somebody doing what I'm doing now, so it's easier for, you know, but when you actually have to do it, that's the thing, you know what I'm saying? So I actually have to make the schedule. I have to make the menu. I have to do this, you know. When you're working for somebody, it's easy, you know. Unless you're going through a business class, well, you know, but they don't teach you that part. But I'm just saying, like, just get ready. Just be ready. Not get ready, just be ready. You know, when you know this call, you know what I'm saying? So,
well, again, thank you. I'm going to let you go back and attend to your customers. And again, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank
Yes,
you,
ma'am.
and enjoy the rest of your day.
yes, thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
thank you. Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, folks, you heard it from a business owner. As he said, he has been in business for over 12 years. And it has been rough parts of it, patches that is in there. But he had the product, he had to build some patience, and he had the passion to push through it, and he continued doing it. As I stated earlier, when he was on the line, I spoke with him earlier, and he was saying about he was in a brick and mortar in the downtown area of Jacksonville, and and a pipe during the I want to say October, a pipe burst in his restaurant. Now he is going through it. So his brick and mortar actually been closed for like 4 months. The place in the center of Jacksonville where a majority of his money was being generated from at that brick and mortar was closed. So what he had to do was oh, jump back into his food trucks, 2 food trucks. And that's why he was saying he had to move around. So he's still going through it with the people who actually own the part where the pipe burst because it was a big pipe. Going through it with them for them to repair what had taken place there in order for him to open up his brick and mortar. Also, in the meantime, within them 4 months, while that small location was closed, he has made a deal where he's going to open up a different location on a different side of town, a brick and mortar. But he's going through that as well, getting that shop ready. So I tell people all the time, I've of course I've been with SBA for many years, but a business owner, I don't think that I can do it. I amend them. I appreciate them. I congratulate them all the time because again, you hear it all the time. You got to have that passion. You're going to have that patience to be able to go through it at all times. So again, I do thank him for telling us that and for sharing his dream and his testimonial with working with the Small Business Administration. So next, we're going to have Carmen Gonzalez. She is going to briefly go through the information regarding federal contracting 101. Carmen?
Okay, I'm here, and thank you, Mr. Marvin, for sharing his story with us. That was amazing to hear. So let's talk a little bit about federal contracting, doing business with the federal government. Next slide. So federal spending, so over $500 billion annually. So that is a lot of money, right? When we hear this. Um, Next slide. Okay. So when you see is the government contractor is becoming a government contractor right for you? Can you spend the time required to identify agencies and buyers? Can your business financially support the costs involved in a government contract? Are you prepared to learn and follow the rules, regulations of the federal government? So there is a lot of questions that, the small businesses they have. Um, the thing that I want to tell you is like, yes, as a small business, you can do business with the federal government. Okay, it's not that complicated, but it's the one first thing that you have to do. It's like you have to go to sam.gov and register there. That's the first step, the first one, just to be able to do business with the federal government. And this is completely free. You don't have to pay anything. You just go to sam.gov and you'll see the whole process there. Next. Okay, we're gonna talk a little bit at the myths and realities about government contracting. The myth is that they usually say, oh, doing business with the government is too complicated and it takes forever to get paid. The reality is that the government use many commercial and business friendly practices like buying off the shelf, paying with credit card, and generally, if everything goes as planned, payments are received within 30 days of invoicing. Okay, next. Okay, federal contracting goals. 23% of us the of all the money, everything, all the contracts, they have to go by regulation to small businesses. Okay, so what we say here, we say the SBA work with federal agencies to award at least 20% of the prime government contracting dollars each year to small businesses that are certified, with the SBA contracting program. 23%. That's a lot. And when we talk about that, actually is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. We're talking about like billions of dollars. So, for example, in 2016, the federal government awarded contract to small businesses nearly a $100 billion in federal contracts. Okay. Um, and for you to know, the U.S. government is the world's largest buyer of goods and services. Okay, so it is for certain that is someone or something that you want to have as a client. Okay. Um, Next slide. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the SBA certifications. There is one that you can, as they say, like certify yourself. You have to go to sam.gov and you can self-certify yourself as a small business, also as a small disadvantaged business. But for this, first you have to have your profile in sam.gov. Okay, so there are other certifications that SBA will be certifying that. So you have to apply for this. And these ones that are listed here. Okay, let's talk a little bit about all of them. Let's start with the 8A. The 8A Business Development Program is a federal contracting and training program. That means that they train you. Once you are an 8A certified, you have to apply for this. It's a 9-year program, and usually, it's for experienced small business owners that at least they have like 2 years doing business and they're socially and economically disadvantaged. Okay. There is a program that you can get sole source up to $4.5 million without competition. And also they help you to grow your business, but it's a one-time 9-year program. And we always say you have to be ready and you have to know a little bit about federal contracting before be already in the 8A, because then the 9-year, believe me, goes really fast. Okay, we're gonna talk next about Hubzone program. What is a Hubzone program? This program helps small businesses growth in areas that what we call that underutilized business zone, with goal of at least award 3% of federal contracts dollar to these hub zone certified companies. Okay, so how do you know if your business is in a certified hub zone area? So it's very easy. You go to sba.gov. And then you're gonna see a tab that says federal contracting, and there you're gonna go to Hub Zone. There is gonna be a map, and you have to input your address there, and then you'll know if your business is in a Hub Zone certified area. Okay, and one of the requirements of the Hubzone program is that at least 35% of its employees, they have to live in a Hubzone area, okay? 35%. Let's talk about the other certification. Is what we call the Women-Owned Small Business Federal Contract Program. For this, the federal government goal for the women-owned is at least 5% of all the federal contracting dollars to be awarded to woman-owned small businesses. To be considered for this certification, at least 51% of the business have to be owned and controlled. This is very important. You have to do the you have to be a woman that is gonna be a woman that are U.S. citizens that own and control the business. That means that you do the decision of the business in a daily basis. Okay. The last certification is the Service Disabled Veteran Owned Small Business. The federal government aims to award at least 5% of all federal contracting dollars to disabled veterans. Each year, competition is limited for federal contracts opportunity to businesses that participate in this program. Where you can find more information about all the certification. It's very easy. You have two places that you can go, and the first one will be sba.gov. You look for federal contracting, you click here, and you'll see all these different certifications there. When you click on them, you'll see where to go to apply for them. Now we have my SBA certification. And with my SBA certification, you go there and you can apply for any of these under the same website, my SBA certification. And there, once you're there, you're gonna see, for example, say, should I apply? So they will ask a couple of questions, and they want to know if you are ready to apply for which of the different certification, 8A program, Women-Owned, Hubzone, Disabled Veteran. And they also have the Hubzone calculator. So my SBA certification, this is the new website when you can apply for all these different certifications. And remember that everything here, for if you want to start doing business with the federal government, the first step is that you have to register in sam.gov. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Carmen. And we'll be sure to the follow-up email that going to be sent out to the individuals. We'll be sure that we kind of relate some of that information that you said that's not in these screens, because I know a lot of stuff have changed with that, like my SBA certification. So we can make sure we put those links in there so they can have that link for it. So again, thank you, Carmen.
All
And
right, you're welcome.
thank you. I'll just mention real quick for those of you that have access to the chat, I have been pretty diligently putting all the different websites on there. If you guys are super eager to kind of click on it and look at it, they are also on the chat. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eileen.
So next is access to capital. So, and I will do this part. So, as stated earlier, our resource partners can help you with planning your business, doing a market research, securing funds, all that good stuff. So, please reach out to the resource partners. That will be your first step. To assist you in preparing a business plan, which is a complete description of your business, including how much you're trying to borrow, what you plan to use the money for, all that good stuff. Your financials, it's the meat and gravy of your business. You want to make sure you have that in your business plan. Once you have those items together, it is suggested that you reach out to one of the resource partners that Aileen mentioned in the beginning of this presentation, and then they can help you get ready for the bank. They can help you get what we call bank ready. So our resource partners and lending institutions, they can help you determine your credit worthiness with that as well. They can help you with the 5 C's, which Aileen mentioned before: character, cash flow, character, collateral, capital, and condition. And then I always say it's one more C that you want to make sure that you understand: communication. That is the key. You're going to have to communicate what you're trying to look for, what you're looking for, and communicate with your resource partners or any partner, your lending partner, to let them know what's going on in your business. That way they can help you with funding. So the type of funding, we have all of our programs: 7A loans, 504 loans, cap lines loans, all different kind of loans up on the type of funding. So the SBA works closely with the lending institutions to help provide funding for our guarantee loans. So the lending institution lends the funds and the SBA provides a guarantee, which reduces the risk for the lending institutions. So we have the different type of programs that we have. We have the 7A loan program. That's the regular loan program. Is the most common program. Includes financial help for small businesses. The loan proceeds can be used for any business needs. So the benefit to the borrower: long-term financing, improved cash flow, is fixed maturity with no balloon notes. So all of the programs that you will see on this slide and the next slide falls up under what we call our 7A loan program. So you have the 7A, the small loans, you have the standard loans, you have the SBA Express, the cap lines, and we also have our Community Advantage loans. Also, SBA has made it a priority in helping businesses, business exporters, by providing several export loan products, which are designed to help develop and or expand export activity. So you see here on this slide, you see our working capital pilot program. You see our export working capital program. We have our international trade loan, and you have the exporting loans. So up under our exporting loan programs, a borrower can receive up to 90% guarantee on those loans out, if that is a program that they're interested in. So how does it work? How does our loan program works? So all of our loans are done through a lending institution. That's where the lending institution lends the money and guarantees a portion of that. How the guarantee works: SBA will guarantee up to 85% of the loans of $350,000 or less, and 75% over $350,000. The applicant must prepare a business plan for our resource partners. You're going to hear that probably throughout or anytime someone is speaking about SBA, you're going to hear that business plan. That's just letting you know how important it is to have a business plan. And you must find a lending institution to participate with you. It is suggested that the applicant start with the lending institution that they work with now. Who you have your business account with. Start with that lending institution to see if they're willing to work with you. If for some reason that lending institution or you can't find a lending institution to work with you, you must find one. I know back many years ago, it used to be if you receive several turn downs, you then come to SBA for direct funding. That no longer exists. That's been over for a long, long time. So you must find a lending institution to work with you. So the next program we have is our 504 loan program. Provides long-term fixed rate financing for major fixed assets such as real estate and heavy machinery equipment that promotes job creation, job growth, business growth, and job creation. So they look for that. So our 504 loans, you work closely with our certified development companies, which we call the CDCs. And then the CDCs works with SBA and lenders to provide that financing for your business. So how that structure is, you see that pie there. The 504 structure, the commercial lender, which is your first mortgage holder, they're going to provide that 50%. And then the CDC come in with the 40%, which they are placed in the second position. And then the borrower, the business, then it's going to you're going to put in your 10% of your injection, your equity injection. So you can actually receive up to 90% finance of your total project. Microloans. Microloans, that is a non-7A loan, microloans. Microloans are designed to help entrepreneurs who like access to capital and need business counseling. Eligible business can start up and grow with working capital and or funds for supplies, equipment, furniture, fixtures. The applicant can borrow up to $50,000. So the applicants with our microloan program, they work with mission focused or intermediary lenders, and the business can receive, that is a plus with our microloan. The business can receive technical assistance throughout the life of the loan. So once you get the funds, you can always go back to them and see, as long as you're not at that $50,000 height, you can receive other loans from them, continue to get the loans from them, and you can receive that assistance where you may need assistance with your financials. You may need some business counseling. That is free throughout the life of the loan with our microloan program through the actual lender that lends you those funds. So lender match. So if you do not have a lender or unable to find a lending institution to work with you, lender match can be for you. It's a free online tool that connects small businesses with participating SBA approved lenders. So the lender match helps you find a lender. It's like an equalizer for our lending institutions. So we have lenders that have went into this system and set up a profile. They want to be in this profile because they're going to receive deals. So they have already went in there, set up a profile of what they have an appetite for, what they're looking for, what type of industry, what if they have a loan limit that they're looking for. They have went in there and put that in there. So then as an applicant, you will go in there and do the same. You will go in and set up a profile. But if there are, I want to say anywhere from 10 to 15 questions that they're going to ask you, meaning how much you're trying to borrow, what type of business, all kind of some important stuff, enough to see if you can find a match. If you can find a lender looking for what you're trying to do, they're going to look for that. But I must say, if you got to be ready. This is not a pre-approval tool. This is not something that I suggest you go in and play around with just to see if you're going to find a match, because believe me, you will find a match. If you're a legit business and you're ready and you putting the right things in there, you will find a match. So usually they say 2 to 3 business days, but I'm going to tell you 5 to 7 business days, you'll receive an email, because when they see that, you'll be put in a pool. The lenders will be able to look at what your profile is and see if that's something that they want to entertain. Whether or not they want to take application from you to proceed with what you put in. So they're going to shoot an email to you and say, hey, I saw your profile and I may can assist you with what you're trying to do. So now they're going to want to set up an appointment, or they're going to ask you for certain documentations and forms to complete the process. So that's why I say, if you're not ready, do not go on this system playing. You're going to do yourself a disservice if you do, because remember, you're setting up a profile, so they know who you are, they know what you're trying to do. So make sure that you are ready. You are ready when you go to the lender match. But with that being said, start with your lending institution. Start with your lending institution that you do business with right now. So, and if you are interested in that, you could go, you see the website, you go to SBA.gov/lender match, and you could start building your profile. So also the lending institution that participates with SBA, with our loan program, they may also have other special programs and services for small businesses. Therefore, it is suggested that you reach out to them so they can provide you with a more detail on their lending programs. It is suggested that you make sure you speak to a business banker. I always say a business banker, someone with SBA knowledge. And note, that person may not be at the location or the branch that you always go to or that is closest to you. So you want to make sure that you know that when you go into that location, you say, hey, my name is Rosalind Bryan. I have a small business, and I would like to speak to my business banker, and preferably somebody with SBA knowledge. That way, you would get a complete overview of the programs and services that that institution work with. And that's going into one of my biggies that I like to talk about, which is building a relationship with your lending institution. So if you have not already done so, it is suggested that you reach out to your lending institution and start building a relationship with them. As a business owner, that should be one of your goals for your business, even if you're not looking for funds right now. So you may think just because you have been a member of a lending institution or deposited fund in a lending institution for years, that's a business that's actually a relationship. No, that is not a relationship. Knowing who your business banker is, knowing if they would consider lending funds to you, and or knowing what is needed from you in order for them to lend funds to you, that's the start. So you want to know this. So start building a relationship with that lending institution that you do business with. So not knowing whether or not they can lend money to you will not be a surprise in a time of need, because normally we usually at 3 o'clock we say, you know what, we need some working capital in this business, and then at 4 o'clock you call the lending institution, then you expect for them to have that loan ready for you the next day, the same amount that you're applying for. More than likely it doesn't happen that way. So start building a relationship and let them know. So as some of us do online banking, that is a thing now. You don't even have to go into a bank to do your banking now. So therefore, they don't even know who you are. They don't see you. You can scan your check, you can put certain things in. So as a business owner, it's suggested that you make it a habit to get out your vehicle, walk into your lending institution every once in a while, and let them see who you are by letting them know that you have a small business and you are a business owner and you're looking to grow and or expand your business. And one day you may need their assistance, their assistance. That way, if something comes up, like they have in-house funding for small businesses, they'll know, hey, Rosalind came in here and I know she have a small business, so she may be one of somebody who can be eligible for this. Let me reach out to her. Let me give her a call. So they need to know that. So that's all part of going back to the 5 C's, that communication I told you. Communicate, build a relationship, communicate with them who you are, that you're out there, you may need assistance, and then they can bring it to you, as well as you have advertised your business for them to reach out to you and get that information to you. So next one. Well, before I go to the next slide, I just want to mention some of our other programs that we have that you may be interested in. We have our small business investment, which is the SBIC. They are privately owned and managed investments, and they are regulated by SBA. The SBIC uses their own private capital funds borrowed with SBA guarantee to make an investment in qualifying business. They can help you. We have our SBIR and STTR programs, which offer opportunities that may be right for your business. So the SBIR provides opportunities for entrepreneurs to partner, while the STTR, they require entrepreneurs to partner with nonprofit research institutions. So just so you know, folks, it is possible for those partners, when you're using these programs, to require a percentage in your business in exchange for the funds or the connections that they give you. So when you're using any programs or services, or you're going outside of the norm, you want to make sure you read all the qualifications and what is going to be required of your business or required of you to put in order for them to give that assistance. Okay. We also have surety bonds. They can help get the business their first surety bond. They can increase your capacity through our surety bond program. And then surety bonds, they help small businesses with contracts by providing the customer with with a guarantee that the work will be completed. So that can be an assistance if you are in that field of contracting and receiving contracts and need that assistance. And then last but not least, grants. A lot of folks call our agency for grants. They always say SBA has a grant. I need a grant. Can you give me a grant? What kind of grant you have? So the types of grants that are offered in connection with the Small Business Administration are those involving programs that encourage small businesses to engage in federal research and development. I mentioned it up to the top, SBIR, the STTT. However, most federal grants are placed on grants.gov website, which is www.grants.gov. So this website has a section specifically for applicants, which include information on filling out for the grants. Then it's also requests to see if it's something out there that can help you with what you're trying to do with the grant. So that's out there for you if you want to go to that. Next out, disaster. So disasters can take many forms, and costs of rebuilding can be very overwhelming. So businesses can protect themselves with an up-to-date plan of action. So get help for or before a disaster, I should say, happen by visiting SBA.gov. Prepare. Disaster loans are the federal government's primary resource for long-term disaster recovery. SBA disaster is a direct loan directly from SBA. Also, through our disaster assistance loan program, SBA provides low interest long-term disaster loans to businesses of all sizes, private, non-profit organizations, homeowners, renters to repair, replace uninsured, uninsured, disaster damaged property. If you think that, or if you have been affected by a disaster, it is encouraged that you go to www.sba.gov/disaster. You do have the option or the opportunity to go in there to see if your area that you're located in has been declared a disaster, or declaration is in there for the disaster. If you do see that, it's also, you do have the means to also apply. The application is there. You can go through there and fill out the information, fill out the application form, and go from there. So if you would like to more information and like to stay connected with your district office, again, we thank you for joining us. First of all, we thank you for everybody joining us, and we hope you learned a whole lot from this information that you received today. So if you would like to stay connected with your district office, here's some ways you can do it. You can see North Florida and South Florida is on there. You see our telephone numbers. That's there. But the better things that you see there that probably can get you more access to the information besides picking up the phone and calling us and say, hey, I want to talk to you, to get our, I guess, more of our undivided attention, you see our email address there. You see South Florida's email address, which is South Florida _DO at SBA.gov, and then North Florida, same, North Florida _DO at SBA.gov. Shoot us an email. We love to get an email from you. That way we can review that email with the questions and concerns you may have. We can review it and make sure that we can respond to your email in a timely manner with the information that you're requesting. And then that way we don't have to play telephone tag with those telephone numbers up there. Also, you can see updated information which is being uploaded probably daily by our district director and or our deputy district directors in each district to LinkedIn about the programs and services and trainings that we have that's coming up. So you can also connect with us there. We also on X, and you see our handlers for the South Florida and the North Florida area as well. Now, if you want to go to our website and see what we got up there, any trainings, any upcoming events that we have, whether it's with SBA, the district itself, or with our resource partners, you see that barcode there. You can click on that the barcode that's there, and you can go to directly to our district's offices. You can see our lender lists are located on there. A director of our staff is on there as well. A lot of good stuff is there. Again, the programs and service, the programs and trainings that we upcoming are there as well, where you can connect with that and register for them if you would like to come to any of them.
Yes, and subscribe. I was gonna just chime in,
Yes,
Rosalind.
please.
Right where she was saying before on that QR code, if you go all the way to the bottom, you can subscribe to our newsletters and to our updates. And so North and South Florida send weekly reminders of webinars that we're having during that week. So you can get it right in your inbox without you having to come to our website. If you go ahead and join us and subscribe, whether you're in North Florida, whether you're in South Florida, highly recommend a lot of great information that we put out to make it easy and accessible to our business owners.
Thank you. Next. So questions. So if there were any questions placed, which I can't see now in the chat, I'm quite sure that Aileen or one of the other SBA representatives have answered the questions, but are there anything in there?
So no, I actually did a lot of the writing. I shared a
Okay.
lot of different links as you guys were all talking that were relevant and pertain to the information. We had a message that just said thanks, but no questions currently on the chat. I don't know if anybody has any questions and they want to go. Well, I don't know that they can unmute the mic and ask the question, or you can type it in the chat.
So it is now like 1:58. So as Aileen stated, she kind of answered all the questions there. She will do a follow-up email to the individuals that join on to this call. So, but you do also have the information there where you can connect with us if you happen to have any other questions after we get off this call. But with that being said, again, we do appreciate your participation in our Ready, Set, Go, Share Your Dreams webinar today. And we appreciate for you joining this, but we're going to give you back probably about 45 seconds of your day today. And we
We're gonna give you your 45 seconds back.
so we really, really, really appreciate you joining. And I also like to thank my colleagues for coming on and assisting us with doing that today. So if anyone has anyone else has anything
We
to
did
say,
have
please.
Noel ask one quick question here at the end. Who qualifies for SBA loan? And I don't know if Carmen wants to handle that or you, Rosalind.
I will.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
will. So, qualifying for an SBA loan. So, if you're a small business, if you have a small business, you can. Anyway, if you have a small business, you can, because our loans are for businesses. No, we do not have direct loans, personal loans, but we do have small business loans. So, if you have a small business and you need funds for your business, you can apply. You can qualify. As stated, you probably want to look shoot an email to your lending institution or find a lending institution so you can see what you need. But just if you're just trying to get some like an overview or understanding of it, I'm not sure where you're located, if you're located in the South Florida office or the North Florida office. I also suggest shoot an email to one of those emails, the South Florida underscore at deal at sba.gov or the North Florida underscore deal at sba.gov, and just let us know where you're located. If you're located in one of our counties, whichever counties, we can shoot an email to you. We can help you with that, finding the lending institution in your area. If you have a lending institution, you can put that in your email as well, and then we can let you know your banker, what bank, where that bank is located, and who's that contact person at that bank that you probably want to connect with, to get a one-on-one with them, to see what you would need in order for you to move forth with the loan for your business.
Thank you for that, Rosalind.
So I'm not sure if we have anything else. I
That
don't
was
think.
it. All
Okay,
right.
so I do thank you.
Thank you all so much for joining us again. We're going to go ahead and log out. It's 2:01. Thank you all so much. Look forward to speaking with you guys all real soon. Take care now.
Thank
Have a great
you.
week.
Thank you,
Have a nice
everybody.
one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.